Have you ever found yourself daydreaming about that luxury watch you've been eyeing, thinking it's the key to unlocking your financial future? What makes these shiny timepieces so valuable? And more importantly, is investing in a luxury watch really a smart move compared to traditional investments like real estate? Let's take a closer look before you blow your savings on a piece of wrist candy. Do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell before you leave. Hey there, welcome to my YouTube Talks. Because there are so many luxury watch brands out there, today I will only focus on one popular brand. It's a brand that's been synonymous with luxury, precision, and let's be honest, making your wrist look like it belongs to a billionaire. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. The all-too-famous Rolex. We'll explore the past, present, and future of Rolex Prices and answer that burning question, is investing in high-end watches really worth it? So let's get ticking. Let's rewind the clock to the glorious past of Rolex. Did you know that Rolex was founded in 1905? That's right. Back when people were more concerned about the horse-drawn carriage than their wrist bling. Rolex watches were like the iPhones of their time, the must-have accessory for the elite. The price, you ask? Well, a modest $95, which was quite a sum back then. It's equivalent to $3,400 today, and that's calculating it with an average inflation rate of 3.05%. Skipping ahead to 1926, the Oyster case was introduced, making it the first waterproof watch. That's like inventing a phone that could survive a pool party. In the 1950s and 60s, the Submariner and Daytona models had emerged, and their prices were much more accessible. For instance, the Rolex Submariner, introduced in 1953, was priced at around $150, but today it can fetch upwards of $20,000, so you might find yourself selling a kidney for one. In the 1970s and 80s, Rolex cemented its status as a luxury brand, with models like the Daytona taking the spotlight. Prices increased alongside inflation and demand, with the Daytona retailing for about $375 in the 1960s, or almost $4,000 in today's dollars. Now, vintage models can fetch hundreds of thousands at auctions. Ooh, and here's a fun fact. Did you know that Paul Newman's Rolex Daytona sold for $17.8 million in 2017? Talk about a timepiece that's literally worth a fortune. Fast forward to today, and we've entered a whole new universe of Rolex pricing. Today, the prices for new Rolexes can start at around $5,000 for entry-level models, like the Oyster Perpetual. A new Rolex Submariner will set you back at around $8,100 to $9,150, depending on the model. And that's if you're lucky enough to find one at retail price. From there, prices can soar into the stratosphere for limited editions, sometimes hitting that $50,000 mark and even more. The demand for Rolex watches has skyrocketed, especially during the pandemic when everyone was stuck at home and started investing in luxury items instead of traveling. Rolex has mastered the art of supply and demand. It's like a magician pulling rabbits out of a hat. Except in this case, the rabbits are the watches, and they're not coming out anytime soon. With limited production and high demand, pre-owned Rolex prices often soar above retail. It's a classic case of you always want what you can't have. But here's the kicker. The secondary market is where things get wild. Certain models can appreciate faster than your favorite avocado toast recipe. A Daytona that retails for about $13,000 can resell for upwards of $30,000 or more on the secondary market. It's like buying a burger and finding out it comes with a side of gold. But before you race off to buy a Rolex, let's talk about the implications of investing in high-end watches. Now let's take a moment to gaze into our crystal ball and predict the future of Rolex pricing. Will they keep skyrocketing? Well, there are several factors that might influence the future prices. Let's start with supply and demand. Rolex has a tight grip on production. They intentionally limit supply. Yes, I said intentionally. They do this to maintain exclusivity. Less supply means higher demand, which could keep prices climbing. However, markets can be fickle, and trends can shift faster than you can say Swiss movement. Let's not forget that global economic conditions will also play a huge role. If we hit a recession, luxury goods might not be the go-to purchase for majority of people. So, while we might see certain models continue to appreciate, the landscape can always change. Just remember, investing in watches isn't as predictable as investing in real estate. Now here comes the $1 million question, or should I say the $17.8 million question. Is it worth investing in high-end watches like Rolex? Drum roll, please. And the answer is no. And here's why. The luxury watch market can be more volatile than your uncle's dance moves at a wedding. Prices can fluctuate wildly based on trends, economic conditions, and even social media hype. Trying to sell a luxury watch quickly can be like trying to convince a cat to take a bath. It's not easy. You might not get the price you want when you want it. And let's be real, investing in real estate typically offers more stability and steady returns. You can't live in your Rolex, but you certainly can live in a house. Plus, real estate tends to appreciate over time and can generate rental income. So while your Rolex might be a conversation starter at parties, that cute little bungalow down the street could be making you money while you sleep. Watches are often bought for personal reasons, such as anniversaries, graduations, or because you want to feel like $1 million. The emotional value attached to a watch can be priceless. But hey, let's face it, that doesn't always translate into a financial gain. Trends can change faster than a TikTok dance craze. What's hot today could be yesterday's news tomorrow. So, investing in a trendy watch might leave you with a piece that's worth less than your old flip phone. And let's face it, buying a Rolex requires a significant upfront investment. It's not like picking up a pack of gum at the checkout line. You might need a financial strategy, or at the very least, a convincing argument for your significant other. And keep in mind, luxury watches have maintenance costs. Just like any small motor, they need tune-ups and regular servicing that can be costly, so be prepared to shell out some cash to keep your watch ticking like a Swiss masterpiece. So, while Rolex watches are undoubtedly beautiful and a testament to craftsmanship, they might not be the best investment for your hard-earned cash. If you're looking to invest, real estate, or even that quirky collection of vintage comic books might be a better bet. Remember, it's all about finding what makes you happy. If a Rolex brings you joy, then wear it proudly, but just don't expect it to pay your mortgage anytime soon. It's more of a look at me, I'm fabulous accessory than a let's fund my retirement investment. So while you're out there dreaming of a Daytona or a Submariner, just keep in mind that those dollars could be working for you in a more stable investment. Think about it, a house could provide shelter and a potential cash flow, while a watch just sits there looking pretty on your wrist or in a box. Bottom line, in the end, if you're in it for the love of the watch, go ahead and invest in that shiny piece of horological history. But if you're looking to grow your wealth, you might want to leave the luxury watch market for those who treat it as a hobby rather than a financial strategy. Just because a watch sparkles doesn't mean it's a golden ticket to financial freedom. Most luxury watches, including Rolexes, don't appreciate at the rate that many might hope. They can become more like a high-maintenance pet, lovely to have around, but it can cost you in the long run with maintenance. Tell me, what's your take on luxury watches? Are they a dream come true or just a really expensive way to tell time? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey through Rolex prices and investment wisdom, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for joining me today. Keep your wrist stylish and your investments smart. See you in the next video.